Missouri State Auditor launched a sweeping investigation today into the St. Louis Building Division. It's an office already rocked by a federal fraud indictment, a resigned inspector, and millions in missing taxpayer money. Auditor Scott Fitzpatrick tells our political editor Mark Maxwell that the criminal case answers some questions. His audit will answer the rest.
Yeah, Kelly, the indictment, the investigations that preceded it, they were all just the beginning. Tonight we know that a federal prosecutor has charged one man, but the state auditor is asking a harder question. Was this just one corrupt inspector, or was it a corrupt system? His answer, based on what his office has already found, is maybe both. Former building inspector Adabanjo Papula, known as Banjo, is charged with steering $1.67 million in the city contracts to companies that his wife and sister ran. Documents show he was the one who identified the buildings, chose the contractors, and signed off on all the work, all without any meaningful review that might detect that self-dealing. For years, it seemed nobody was checking on it. The city's Stable Communities program, funded by federal pandemic relief money, was his to run almost entirely by himself.
When you have one person who's in charge of putting all that out there and making the decision on their own, there's no review process. When you have one person whose job it is to solicit the feedback or solicit the responses to the proposals and then make a determination on who they're going to use, that in and of itself creates an environment for corruption to take place.
Fitzpatrick was quite direct in his remarks today. The fraud was enabled by a system that handed one man complete authority and didn't ask many follow-up questions. His audit will now examine whether that same structural failure, that same culture, exists anywhere else inside the building division and what it will take to fix it going forward.